coach, and then we'll take questions, and we'll have our players outside our locker room after he's done. So go ahead, coach.
Really, really good college basketball game. Great atmosphere, great crowd, 18,000. Everything that you can't forget that even though Kevin's, they got off to a tough start. This is a really good basketball team that was picked at the top of our league and had 2 first-team All-League players, and so that team Kevin's done an unbelievable job, and that team's responded in a really positive way, and their young kids are continuing to grow. So really proud of our group. Great environment. Great. Had to make plays. Had to make winning plays. I thought the play Marcus DeMosk made late when he didn't foul. Then it was the outlet pass to Justin, to Coleman, and it was a big momentum play in the game. But I thought the job Terrence Shannon Jr. did late defensively, that's the Terrence Shannon that we know and love. On the defensive side, 4 blocks. Jameer got his. We knew he was going to take close to 25 shots, and he makes 8 of them. And I thought Terrence did a great job on him late, and then Marcus on the glass. I thought Ty's performance was spectacular, plus 20 and plus minus in minutes on the court, and not as big a game for Coleman in terms of scoring the basketball, but he had a stretch there in the middle of the second half that I thought was huge. So all in all, really pleased. Finally nice. I can check this one off. The only place I hadn't won was here, and it feels good to be able to do that. So, yep.
Brad, you kind of mentioned that Terrence, 86 points in his last games, defensively making an impact. Is this kind of when you expected him to turn it on, or what are you seeing from him these last 3 games in particular?
I don't know if it was when I expected. I didn't know coming back. That was so hard, and I was. He's been a great teammate, and he tried to almost tried too hard not to mess things up or not to be, so assertive. People laugh. We don't run much to Terrence. And it's just kind of how he scores the basketball in transition, at the foul line, driving the basketball. We try to create space for him. But, what he's done defensively is where he's made the jump since he's been back. He was awful in the first few games. And now he's kind of back in a mode where he's doing what he does. And I thought he was terrific tonight.
Brad, the play you referenced, the Hawkins 3-point play, the defensive awareness at one end and then the awareness to be able to make that outlet and get everything. How valuable do you think that is for you guys to have all of that stuff clicking, and how encouraging is it with about a month to go that's a month to go in the regular season?
Well, those are plays that send you home in the NCAA tournament, and one of the most heartbreaking plays of my coaching career was us not diving on a loose ball against Notre Dame to go to the Sweet 16 by a guy who did it all year long, and trying to get our guys to understand the difference between winning and losing, and as I call it, the abruptness of the end, which happens in the NCAA tournament, and that was a big play. It wasn't a real smart play by Coleman, flinging it towards their basket, but the play Marcus made, and then Justin, the wherewithal to pitch it ahead, and those are plays that veterans make, and again, we talk a lot about those. So, those are plays you need to be able to make down the stretch in the last third of the season.
Speaking of that closing time, whether it's forcing Jameer to have some tough twos there at the end or making free throws, how do you feel like your group played there in the final 2 minutes overall?
Well, I told him this is as tough an environment as there is in the Big Ten. And, I didn't think we handled things great at Michigan State on their reunion weekend and their whiteout and their whole deal. But I thought we did it today with our defense. We can talk about the plays, but I thought we got stops. The biggest piece of the game, and let me make sure I get it right, they shot 34% the second half. And that's what you have to do on the road, 21% or what from three, and that's how you have to win. And I thought we did that today, even when the crowd got rowdy, even when they made a couple possessions in a row scoring. I thought we handled that pretty well.
And Brad, you mentioned getting your win here, but just what can this win and maybe the way you won it mean, as you kind of put the last pieces, of the regular season together?
Well, we still got a lot of basketball left now, and I mean we got a really, really hard one, and I think we're playing in what's it called at Penn State? Rec Hall, a place that I've never seen, and everybody tells me it's nuts, and so we got a lot of basketball. It's one game that against a really good team, and I have so much respect for Kevin and what he's done as a coach. But you want to build on some of those little plays that we've been talking about, the winning plays, and that's what gives you a chance in March, is the ability to make those plays. I've been challenging Marcus to get on the glass. I'm going to keep challenging Terrence Shannon to get on the glass. He had 1 rebound in 39 minutes. All of you guys could go out and get 1 rebound. And we got to challenge him. He's got another place to go to his game for us to get where we need to go. So a lot of positives. It was nice to get one against a really quality opponent and in a great venue.
Obviously a lot of fouling tonight, but what did you like about your defense? Felt like you got aggressive there at the end of the first half and kind of carried that over. What did you like about how you guys handled that?
We tried to guard the ball, and we did some different things today. I mean, we doubled Julian, softly a few times, but we did that more to protect Coleman than for any other reason. But then, then we had a little stretch where we blitzed Jameer in the first half and created some rotations. But most of the second half was just simply, straight man. Our fouling, we've got to get stopped. I mean, we commit some bad fouls, and we got to clean that up.
What did you like about what Justin gave you off the bench? I mean, it seemed like he was assertive in attacking the basket, when he had those opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, they're one of the top 10 teams in the country at not giving up threes. And so there's very little opportunity for spray-out threes. We knew that going in. We spent a ton of time talking about that. And so you've got to be able to drive the ball. First time Justin drove the ball tonight, great drive, but he jumped off one leg, and I don't know if it was Dante or somebody spiked it, And then late, he went in with some assertiveness and 2-foot jump stops and finished and got fouled. So he's been great, and we need him. I was mad he gave up a 3 late, but that's a mistake he can't make in March.
19-2 fast breaks. How does that pace the offense, and what do you like most when you're getting up and down the court like that?
Well, this is one of the best defensive teams, not only in the Big Ten, but in the country. And to walk in here and score 85 points is great. And I think we gained a little bit from watching the Iowa game. Iowa got some easy baskets against them in transition. We really emphasize it. It's what we try to do. But, when we could quit fouling and actually got some stops, they only shot 34% in the second half. We could really get out and run, and that's where Terrence is elite and Coleman as well.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Back here by our locker room, we'll